can USC finish some gosh darn football games, dude? Like last year, if you're a USC fan, how many times you felt good in the fourth quarter and then finished that game with a loss? It's nobody should have to endure it. Nobody should have to endure it. And so you finish the season, look up at the final record, and a lot of people that, again, we've said this, just fly over college football and look at what USC was last year. They see the 6-6 record. USC must have been pretty average, right? On the record, I suppose, but in terms of the games they were in, USC had a lead in every single fourth quarter except for one, and in that one, it was against Notre Dame, who played for a national championship, and USC was driving to go tie the football game. So I'm not telling you that they should have won X amount of games, but I am saying in terms of games they were in, 6-6 is not indicative of what their actual caliber was a year ago. So the question for USC, like I said before, and like I think a lot of people in Los Angeles are saying right now, can they finish football games? I want to say this. Not finishing football games usually culminates in a number of different factors. Some of what last year was quarterback play. It's not all on Miller Moss. Miller Moss was fine. Miller Moss was not timely. Threw 9 interceptions last year. 6 of those interceptions came in the second half. 3 of those interceptions came in the fourth quarter. A third of those picks coming in the fourth quarter, it's tough, man. At that point, you kind of go palms up if you're Lincoln Riley and say, Miller, we can't live that way, brother. I'd like to keep playing you. You're a good quarterback, but we gotta switch the vibes up a little bit here. And it's not all on him, but there was a need for change. That's why I saw Jaden Maiava play. So Jaden Maiava got some gunslinger to him for sure, but I think you're going to get hopefully a more timely version at quarterback than what you had a year ago in Miller Moss. In addition to the quarterback play, I think some of what you saw last year is just a team figuring out how to win, right? Like last year, USC brought into the season 50% production that returned, half their team. It's hard to win football games in the fourth quarter, man. It's something that I think you got to practice in some ways and fail at sometimes, and eventually you figure out your footing, and you hope if you're USC you figure that out in the bowl game. But it's a difficult thing, man. It's a difficult thing. And so last year, as weird as it sounds, in some ways you hope that last year will serve this roster well, and this winter conditioning will serve them well, in the fact that when they get to that fourth quarter again and they're up or they're tied or whatever it is, there is that killer instinct they've developed because they've been on the other side of that so many times. Like, it wasn't like they're out here losing to just slappy football teams. You're losing to Penn State in overtime, losing to Notre Dame in the fourth quarter. Like, USC's got some real scars here. And I think that's going to serve them well, but again, your scars are only as beneficial to you as you allow them to be. So my take on this as we finish out with our question around USC, I think we're truly underestimating what Lincoln Riley is as a head coach. There's all these narratives around him as a guy who can't field the defense and can't finish in the fourth quarter and this, that, and the other. It's like, dude, he's been to the college football playoff 3 times in the 4-team format at Oklahoma. He's coached over 100 games with a 77% win percentage. Dude's a good football coach. Is he perfect? Is he a finished product? Is he the best coach in college football right now? I don't think anybody's claiming that. But to act like the guy is just not a good ball coach, to me, that's a little bit ignorant of a take. So to tie this whole thing together, good football coaches adapt and figure things out. I think Lincoln Riley is in the process of doing that. And there's other things to point to that indicate as much. Defense is bad, so what do? Go get a better defensive staff. And your quarterback play last year wasn't good enough. Make a pivot during the season. I think you got better from Jaden Maiava. It's upcoming season. Couldn't finish games in the fourth quarter last year. We had Coach Riley on the show, and he told us that was all we talked about during winter conditioning. Have a sneaking suspicion that USC is going to be a lot better in the fourth quarter here because of the fact that they weren't good enough in the fourth quarter a year ago. Because, again, I think Lincoln Riley will find a way for them to adapt here in 2025. So, USC fans, give us your thoughts in the comment section. Let us know how we feeling about fourth quarter games here in 2025. I feel a lot more confident because of all that I just told you, but looking forward to hearing your thoughts here, again, in the YouTube comment section.